Well, what's up everyone? Welcome to the video. Now, if you'd have seen last week's video, you'll have saw I did a review on this. This is the Betafpv Meteor 75 Pro, the 04 version. And you may notice it's slightly modified to the last video I made. Now, there is a reason for that. Due to the success of last week's video, I think I got 2,000 views in 48 hours, which is enormous for this channel. You know, we're only a small channel. So I thank you to those of you that did watch. I kind of gave that quad a bit of a bashing, if I'm honest. I was not impressed with it at all. Well, no, I'll tell you a lie. I liked the way the quad flied. I was quite happy with how it handled, but the footage I was getting from it was absolutely atrocious. I'll put a little sample on for you now.
My money don't jiggle jiggle, it folds. I like to see you wiggle wiggle, for sure, and make me want to dribble dribble.
Yeah, Jello Central, let's say. Now, as usual in the video, there was a few idiots telling me it was all my fault, but for those of you that were helpful, and thanks to you a lot, it really does mean a lot, there was three sort of solutions, let's say, people gave me to see if I could cure the video issues or the video quality issues I was having. So in this video, that's what we're going to do. We're going to try the 3 things that you guys suggested to cure the jello on that quad. So what were the 3 things that were suggested? Well, the first one was changing the PWM frequency of the ESC. Now, I'm no expert in these things. I've no idea what that actually does. All I know is currently, as they're shipped, they're running on 96 kilohertz PWM frequency. Now, people have suggested lowering that down to 48 kilohertz. So that's one thing we're going to try. I also remember seeing a Nick Burns video about that, actually, now that I think about it. But yeah. The second thing we're going to do is change the canopy. Now, one of my biggest sort of reasons I thought we were going jello in the last video was because of the mounting system Betafpv use. Now, there's 2 reasons for that. The canopy is only mounted in 3 places. The front, there's no post, so there is a little bit of movement in the canopy itself. And I think the actual camera mount that's inside the canopy, you know, with the little gummies on, although it's very clever, ingenious sort of solution to it, I think the gummies are too soft. So basically, your gyro's having to fight the vibrations of the mount and the vibrations of the quad, and it's just getting confused and ending up with all sorts of jello. And the last one we're going to change is the props. Yeah, props, that was another one. It's currently running GemFan 45mm props, but a lot of people have suggested to use the HQ props, so that's what we're going to do. Right, so first thing I'm going to do now, change the PWM frequency. Right, so in order to change your PWM frequency, you're going to need 3 things. You're going to need a computer with access to the internet. You're going to need a LiPo, because you need to power your ESC. And you're going to need the little dongle thing that came with it. Right, so you can see here, we've got the quad plugged in, the little dongle plugged in there. And like I say, you do need a LiPo on this to power your ESC. You might want to put a little fan on it and all, just to stop it from overheating. Right, so the next thing you're going to want to do is fire up the ESC configurator. And what you want to do is plug your quad in, like I say, and then in the top right hand corner where it says connect, we're going to go click on that. And once you're connected to your quad, you're going to go to the bottom corner where it says read settings, and it should bring up all your settings there. Now you can see this currently is running 96 kilohertz, Blue Jay 0.19, 96 kilohertz there. So we're going to go to where it says flash all ESCs. We're going to leave the top setting as Blue Jay. And select the version as 19.2, and then select the PWM frequency at 48, and then press flash. Now this will take a while, so I'll just fast forward through this little bit for you. And there you go, that's it really, just quickly clicking read settings again there, and you can see now our PWM frequency is 48 kilohertz. Right, so now that we've done that, let's take it to the park and take it for a fly, see if it's improved. Right, well, the park was a bust because it was full of kids, because the sun is out and it is after school time, so I will let them off. So right, yeah, the plan is we've swapped the PWM frequency on the quad from 96 to 48 kilohertz. So we're just going to have a couple of packs and see if it's improved the jello. So am I expecting it to work? Not really. I'll be surprised if it does, to be honest, but you've got to start somewhere. So right, let's go home now, check the footage. Well, so changing the PWM frequency, did it work? Well, sort of, yeah. I would say the footage is slightly better than it was the first time I took the quad out on the standard settings, but it's not perfect. So next thing we're going to do is swap the canopy over, and then we'll go try that. So like I was saying at the beginning there, you can sort of see the standard canopy secured at the left and right hand side and the back with no securing point at the front. And you'll notice this bit here, the camera is very, very softly mounted. So anyway, we're going to swap it for this one. So this is a little 3D printed canopy from TC Moore. You can see there it has secured in 4 places. All 4 points around it are secured. It has like a little separate piece on the inside what you put the camera in. And it also allows you to install the ND filters. Now, looking at that there, you can see there's no vibration in that. So hopefully hard mounting it is the solution. So right, let's go out and fly it. So I just want to pause this video just for a quick second just to thank my patrons or patron. So a massive thank you to Tegridi Frank. Your support means a lot, mate. It really does. It helps the channel massively. If any of you want to support the channel, there's links to my Patreon down below. For as little as £1 a month, you can help support me and keep this shit show running. I'll say your name in my videos, and yeah, just general support. So links down below. Right, back to the video. Right, so here we are back at the field again. Another nice, glorious, sunny day. It's a little bit windier than it was last time we were here, but we'll do what we can. Right, so yeah, very surprised with how changing the PWM frequency worked on the quad. It seemed to make quite a difference from the first time I flew it, but we're still going to try this one out. As you can see now, we've changed the canopy. So the plan is we're going to do the first pack with Rocksteady on, second pack we're going to try and stabilise with Gyroflow, and then the third pack we're going to put some ND filters on, then we'll try and stabilise that with Gyroflow and see how it looks. So right, let's try and see if we can fight this wind. Well, that was pack 1 and 2. Couldn't really tell any great deal of difference in the goggles really, because I was getting buffeted about with the wind more than anything. But the only sort of thing I could tell was when I was flying before with the old canopy, I was getting some like it's a bit difficult to describe, you know, like really small vibrations, almost like the quad's doing that. I mean, this time when I was flying, I could tell it was the wind that I was getting buffeted by. So hopefully the footage on that looks all right. Well, you'll have already seen it, so you'll know before me. But right, next thing I'm going to do now is put an ND filter on. Right, so that was the ND filter footage. Now, you'll know before me whether it was successful or not. For me, it didn't look any different. Obviously, it's not going to handle any different because the props are still the same. Which brings me to my third and final thing we're going to change, the props. Now, there is a slight issue with the this part of the video. All the people from the first video I made, the suggestions were the same props. Get rid of the Gemfan 45mm props and go with the HQ Superlight 45mm props. Now, I have got some, but the issue is I could only get the bi-bladed versions. Now, they're still 45mm props and they are different to them, so let's just put them on, see how they go. Well, I was going to wait till I go home to do all this sort of reaction stuff at the desk, but I've got to say this just while I've just had the flight with the 45mm HQ props, the bi-blades, and I've got to say, visibly in the goggles, the vibration was so much less, it was so much better. I really like how it flies on them, so I think that's going to be my go-to for now, the bi-blades. I'm still might get some of the tri-blades to try out, but you know, I haven't seen the footage yet, which you guys probably have, or maybe not yet, depends how I edit this, but early doors are, this might be the setup I'm going to keep. So, right, enough waffle, let's get on to the desk, we'll look through this footage. Right, so there we go, 3 alterations done. Now, did it work? Definitely 100% better than it was when I first flew this thing out the box. Now, would I say you have to do all 3? Yeah, definitely. They all sort of helped in their own way, but I think the combination of all 3 changes is what made the difference. The like you saw there, the PWM frequency made a bit of a difference. The Canopy made quite a big difference, I will say that. The ND filter helped, it makes your footage look a bit better, but looking back across the footage I did notice I was getting a few lens flares and stuff like that, and a couple of times I had little fingerprints on it, which did tend to show up, but the footage did look a lot better, and you get that nice motion blur with the ND filters, you know, it makes your footage look a little bit more appealing. And finally, the props. Yeah, definitely changed the props. Out of the 3, I'm kind of stuck between definitely the Canopy and the props are the 2. And the PWM frequency you could maybe get away without doing, but 100% change the props, change the Canopy. So, final thoughts. Yeah, now we're extremely happy with this, how it performs, how it flies. For a little 1S quad to get, you know, 4K HD footage of it's amazing this day and age. It's so good. There is one thing that I'm still annoyed with, if I'm going to be honest though. You should not have to do this to a quad that you buy from a company. This quad should fly and perform like this when you buy it out the box. It's, in this day and age, to be selling a product that you have to make right yourself, it's just unacceptable in my opinion. Now, I'm not going to bash this quad because now I've done these things, I do love it, but I still think you shouldn't have to do this yourself. It should be done in the factory. So, problem solved. Big thanks to you lot for watching, making this channel what it is. Hopefully this video does as well as the last one. But if not, it doesn't matter, I'll keep making content and somebody will watch it, I suppose. Right, if you did find this video helpful or enjoyable, please think about giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. There's links down below to the Betafpv website where you can pick this quad up and other things as well. That will be an affiliate link. What that means is if you click on the link and buy something, I get a small commission. It doesn't cost you anything, but it's a good way to support the channel. So there's also links down in the video description to my Patreon. Like I said before, for as little as £1 a month, you can help keep this shit show running, help me make more content. Right, so enough waffle, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.